Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. So I'm sitting outside of Walmart because I want to show you my top 10 healthy foods I'd buy from here and a few easy recipes for how I'd actually use them. I also put together a full grocery printable, so I'll tell you how to get that in a second. But I did almost this exact same video last month at Costco and you all loved it, but there was hundreds of you in the comments saying to do it at Walmart. So I just drove 30 minutes. We're gonna do it, but here's my biggest issue with Walmart. Like, besides the fact that I got lost inside of one in 3rd grade and I feel like I've never fully recovered from that trauma, they have healthy foods. Like, we know they have healthy foods. After my last few hauls, we found some good stuff, but it is hard to find. Like, you have to take time and search, and nobody wants to do that, but I do, and I love it. So I'm gonna do the work for you because I get it. Like, I used to waste so much time and money buying like healthy groceries, but not really knowing what to do with them. But now I shop Walmart with a plan. I kind of get what they have at this point, and I'm going to show you my top 10 finds plus a few of those easy recipes to really help you out next time you go. So if you're trying to eat healthier and stop wasting money, I am literally making this video for you. Sweat the thumbs up. That just means give it a little click. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. Hit that subscribe button. I have new videos every week sharing my health and fitness journey to help you with yours. Plus, I do weekly giveaways for my subscribers. So whether you are brand new or you've been around for 10 years, drop a comment down below. I pick a winner to send a surprise to every single week, and I share those over in the community channel. And since I know it can be very confusing to navigate like what's actually healthy at Walmart, I put together that grocery printable for you. Like I said, all you need to do is share this video with someone else who loves a good Walmart haul and click the link in my description and I'll send it right to your email. All right, let's go shopping. What I would never buy. I would never buy veggies that have sauce. No sauce. No, 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 no. Veggies that have sauces already because it's going to be super high sugar. You don't need that. You don't want it. Don't buy it. Okay, I thought Subway was a stretch. There's a Wetzel's Pretzels in there. Why? Finally, I got a Chomps, made some coffee. It was like a 45-minute drive home. That's pretty aggressive. This is why I don't do Walmart often, but I got some really good stuff. So I'm gonna show you what I bought, tell you why I love it, and then I'll show you the recipes that you can make at home with these same ingredients. Okay, before I get into it, I set out wanting to find more like ready to eat foods, things that were like already cooked, prepackaged. But to be honest, like compared to Costco at least, there are way less healthy options of ready to eat, but I did find a few. So I'm gonna show you the first one. So I got these bell peppers. I'm actually gonna use them with the chicken to do some stuffed bell peppers, but I love them because there's just 2 of them. So it's a perfect portion. I'm not wasting extra money with like more peppers than I'm gonna use. I know I'll use these for dinner. They're organic, they were on sale. Any veggies you can buy that are organic from a Walmart is great. It's usually pretty limited. It was today as well. And I always want to make sure they're pretty fresh. And these look good. I found this organic grass-fed beef. I believe I got this when I did my last grocery haul, like my budget one at Walmart. I love that they have grass-fed meats available and they're at pretty fair prices. So this one is great. It's just super clean, 85% lean, 15% fat. I like getting my fat from my beef because then I'm not having to add a bunch of oils or anything to get flavor. I can just put my seasoning. I don't need a bunch of salt, and it's good to go. So when you can, try to shop grass-fed, and the fact that Walmart has grass-fed food is great. The other great thing about ground meats is that they're usually less expensive than buying like full fancier cuts of meat, especially if you can get them straight from like the deli or the butcher, I guess. But it's gonna save you money in that way too. And again, the portion size is just perfect. So I'm gonna be making some ground beef stuffed peppers. I start with just a little avocado oil, some chopped onion, and get that sauteing over medium heat. Then I'm gonna cut off the tops of my washed peppers. I do a little circle around the inside to get that core nice and loose, and then tap the seeds out of it. And then I'm just gonna put that as is in the air fryer at 400 for about 15 minutes or until they start to really soften up. While that's cooking, I'm gonna add the ground beef into the pan, add some paprika, garlic powder, and I don't have measurements. I usually do probably like half a teaspoon. I like to use these seasonings to add so much flavor. A little bit of cumin in there as well. It's kind of just like a makeshift taco seasoning. Once that's all cooked up, just put that right inside the peppers that are already getting nice and soft. I'll put the lids on the side, add a little bit of cheddar cheese for flavor and texture, and then stick those back in for just another like 2 to 5 minutes. Just keep an eye on them so the cheese doesn't burn. But that's really all it takes, and they look so perfect. All right, so this pulled chicken, so it's Del Real Foods, lightly seasoned pulled chicken with broth. Of course, typically I go for like an organic chicken, non-GMO, all of that is like my ideal, but I also am trying to be practical and find the best choices. So I would still buy this, I would eat it. 23 grams of protein per serving, it's gluten-free, 6 minutes in the microwave and you're good to go. And here's why I do like it. Besides the fact that you're still just getting solid, clean protein, it's just shredded chicken with the juices and everything, basically salt and garlic powder. There's not much else happening in here. They're not adding sugars, they're not adding a ton of salt or seasoning. It's really simple, pretty clean. So this is a great choice. If you want something quick, you don't have to worry about making your chicken. You just throw it in the microwave and you're good to go. I didn't realize they had these at Walmart. I get them at Costco or Whole Foods, but they did have them at Walmart. They're in the frozen section. So you gotta peek for them. You have to really search for them. They were hard to find, but someone had told me they had them there. So I was on a mission. And I probably, honestly, you guys, spent an hour and a half buying these 10 things just because I didn't know where anything was. Like I said, it was hard to find stuff, and hopefully this is gonna help you out because you know they have it and I'll tell you where to find it. But these are such a great grain-free tortilla. If you have anyone who has gluten intolerances or you just want a cleaner version of like kind of a flour tortilla, they make them in chickpea, some other like oats and stuff too, but the almond flour ones are really good. They're my favorite. So for our second meal, I'm gonna be doing a chicken quesadilla. This meat is so great because you just take it out of the bag, you leave it in the broth, and then put it in the microwave. You can always transfer this to like another dish, but it's just easy so you don't mess another one up. Put it in for about 5 to 6 minutes. While that's going on, I'm gonna chop up some greens. Since this is just spinach, I always like to get greens in my meals however I can. It's not gonna add a ton of flavor, but again, just adding some iron and green veggies for us. This is one that I make for my son seriously all the time, but we love it too. So just spread that on the tortilla, add some chicken. I like to get about a half a cup serving per quesadilla, put a little sprinkle of cheese. I know you're used to quesadillas probably that just have so much. You don't need it to hold it together and to make it delicious. Flip it over onto the other side after about 2 to 5 minutes. Add a little avocado on top, get your salsa. This is a great snack or small meal anytime you need it. I talked about condiments when we were in there, and these are 2 staples that I always have in my cabinets. We love ketchup in our house. I use mayo quite a bit, but the problem, especially, let's flip it this way, the problem with ketchup is it usually is loaded with sugar, and it doesn't need to be. So this one is unsweetened, it's Primal Kitchen. There's probably like 20 different ketchup options. Like, why? It's just ketchup. It shouldn't be that complicated. But this one doesn't have anything added to it, like any added sugars. It has 1 gram of sugar from the tomato itself, but otherwise it's like balsamic vinegar, white wine vinegar, distilled vinegar. There's lots of vinegars. That's how you make ketchup. And then even the sodium is really like minimal compared to a lot of the other ketchups out there. So this is my absolute favorite. And then this avocado mayo, same thing. Mayo. It's super clean. There's no sugar. Why would you put sugar in mayo? I don't know, but a lot of them do. So avocado oil, vinegar, eggs, egg yolks, rosemary, and mustard seed extract. So clean, so yummy. If you haven't tried this one before, definitely do. These are just ones we love to have in the house. And I like making like a little like secret sauce. You know, like if you've had In-N-Out, they're like sauce. It's just good. But all it basically is ketchup, mayo, a little bit of vinegar. You can chop up pickles in it. So we're gonna use this as a dipping sauce for number 6, which is little chicken nugget breasts. I've never bought these before, so like, bear with me. I've never actually bought them, but I buy a lot of stuff from Applegate, like our chicken sausages. So I knew immediately when I saw it that I had to check them out, because especially having a little boy now, sometimes you just need something quick. We try to make most of our meals, but sometimes you're in a hurry and you don't want to deal with it. So these are great. They're gluten-free, which I love. No antibiotics. They're made with only white meat chicken, which, not that you can't have dark meat, but I just don't like when they're mixing stuff and like it's already processed. Like let's not make it worse. Anyway, it's a really solid brand. I love that it's gluten-free. For being a chicken nugget with breading and everything, there's not a ton of ingredients. It is a nice high protein, 13 grams of protein in 3 ounces. Again, I normally will try to go for about 4 to 5 ounces when I'm eating, so I'll get closer to, what will that be, like 18 grams of protein or so, which I love. I try to aim for 20 at each meal. So these are gonna be a good quick, when we need a quick little dinner for the fam, but I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with them to really elevate them, make them healthier. So you might be used to chicken fingers and fries, but we're gonna make this healthier and better for you. So I just stick these straight in the air fryer. Usually have about 4 to 6 ounce portions of any protein that I'm doing. I'm not adding any oils or anything. I just want to heat and crisp them up. So usually about 400 for 5 minutes or so. Put a big bed of lettuce, add some ketchup and that mayo into a bowl to mix it up for a little bit of a dressing. Then put some lemon juice straight on the lettuce. Add the chicken on to the lettuce once it is all good to go. And then I'm just gonna drizzle the sauce on top. So I'm not overdoing it, but I get that delicious taste, so it kind of feels like you're splurging. Number 7 are these gluten-free cauliflower, I guess is that what it's called, pizza crust. I've actually bought these a few times at Whole Foods as well, so I loved seeing them at Walmart. They also had some other really good brands, but most of them were already pre-made pizzas. Like you put the whole thing in the oven. The reason I don't like buying those ones is because they typically have so much cheese or sauces that have sugars and just things that like you don't need. You can make a yummy at-home pizza in a few minutes. It's really not that complicated, and you get to make sure you know what you're putting in your body. I love a good slice. Like if you go out somewhere that makes like good pizza, I will eat it all day long. But I just don't like a ton of like thick, nasty cheese that just feels like it sits in your stomach, and no, we're trying to be healthy here. So these are great, and they're 2, but they're pretty small. So even if it's just 2 of you at home, you could make both of them and probably have like a good portion, like one like mini pizza each, or save one in the freezer for the next time and just cook one for yourself. But I'm gonna show you what I make with this with number 8, these Adele's pre-cooked chicken Italian sausages. These are great because again, you don't have to worry about cooking them. You actually can just slice them up, put them on top of the pizza and stick them in the oven. Like there's no pre-warming necessary because they are fully cooked. These are really awesome. There's no artificial ingredients. There's chickens, they use chicken that has no antibiotics. These actually have a little mozzarella cheese in them, which is not normally what I would do, but like I felt like being extra going on a pizza, it's fine. Each link has 14 grams of protein, which is so great. Like that is a perfect portion. Have 1.5 of these and you'll be good to go. They have 11 grams of fat, but honestly, again, you're getting this protein, you have some cheese in there. So it all comes down to how you make your pizza to make sure that you're getting good balance and not overdoing it with cheese where you end up feeling like heavy and you're adding way too much fat to your meal. So I'm gonna show you guys how I make my little at-home pizza that only takes about 5 minutes. So for the pizza, it's already cooked. So again, it's really about heating it up and getting it a little crispy. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and just put it straight on the pan. It says to put it just straight on the rack in the oven, but honestly, that feels weird and I feel like it's gonna be a disaster. So I like to put a little bit of sauce, not too much, just so it doesn't get too heavy. And obviously, even though this is a good, healthier for you sauce, it still just adds some unnecessary calories that you don't necessarily need. That's why it's unnecessary. The chicken sausages are already cooked as well. So again, it's just about heating them up. I'm gonna slice them. These are actually really good portions for 2 people. If you look at the protein in them, you wanna make sure that you're getting enough. So I'm just gonna load this thing up. I put spinach on it because again, I wanna sneak in those greens. Add a ton of the sausage on top so it is fully loaded. And then I'm not using a lot of cheese. I'm just gonna sprinkle on some fresh Parmesan to give it the flavor. You don't need it to be smothered and suffocating in cheese. So it goes in the oven at 425 for about 12 minutes and look at it. It's a nice like thin crust, crispy deliciousness. It gives you all the protein and flavor of pizza. Number 9, some rolled oats. These are just organic, old-fashioned rolled oats. I love the Bob's Red Mill brand in general. I feel like you can trust most of what they make. So in here is literally just organic whole grain oats. These are not gluten-free. I realized that after I bought them. They do make them gluten-free, but here's what I'll say. Oats themselves are gluten-free. The facilities that they process them and everything can have gluten. So if you are someone who has an allergy or like really gluten intolerant, make sure you get gluten-free. If you're not and you just like prefer not to eat gluten, then like you're probably good just having the oats and you'll be fine. These are the ones I'm gonna eat them, they're totally good. It's simple, I know it's not the most exciting thing, but I do so much with oats all the time. I do overnight oats, I put them in my smoothies, I make oatmeal. You guys have seen a million different recipes here on my channel. So I'm gonna show you a different one that I'm gonna make with these oats. And number 10 which are my frozen mixed berries. I know I showed these to you in the last Walmart haul I did, but it is a staple, one of my top 10s, 100%, because I use frozen berries every single day. So I'm gonna show you guys a recipe with the oats and the berries that is such an easy meal prep breakfast you can do to have for the week. But these are just staples. Like, I had to get them. I know they're not exciting finds from Walmart, but if you don't already have these in your rotation for the week, you need to be adding them. All right, so for my oats, I'm using a half a cup of the rolled oats. You can use these in a mason jar or any other type of container that seals really well is really the key here. So I like to make at least 2 portions at a time, so we have them for myself and Ryan, or for a couple of days for me. You don't even need to measure the milk, just fill it to the top of wherever your oats go, and that way, even if you're not using measuring for your oats, you can always make sure you get perfect ones every time. Then I'm gonna do about 1/4 cup of fruit in each. I'm adding a scoop of Miss Congeniality. This is my mood boost with all the adaptogens to help ease PMS and just balance my mood, because I'm at that time and I want to make sure that I am doubling up on it. Shake it up, put them in the fridge. It's literally that easy. You don't need to add a bunch of stuff, but they are packed with flavor. All right, girls, so those are my top 10 healthy Walmart must-haves plus 5 super easy recipes you can make anytime with no waste. The thing I love about all of those recipes and all of the ingredients here is they really will help you have a well-balanced diet. So if you are trying to lose weight, if you're trying to increase your protein intake, you're short on time, and you're tired of wasting money in food, these are gonna be perfect to add into your weekly rotation to make sure you are feeling your best and fueling your body. And don't forget, I have the Walmart grocery printable for you, so all you have to do is hit the link down below and I will send it right to your email. And if you haven't already, join my text club. I have been having so much fun texting with you girls. We do giveaways in there, plus you can just text me anytime and ask me questions about your health and fitness. I'm here to help and support you, so I'll put that link down below as well. And don't forget, good things come to those who sweat, so I'll see you guys soon. Oh wait, really fast before you go, if you guys like this style of video, comment down below and tell me what grocery store you want me to hit next. I had so much fun doing Costco and Walmart, and I know there's so many other good ones, so tell me where you want me to go. Everything will probably